get the story out there, because I wasn't sure how the book was going to end, because I'm going through treatment at this point, and there was no guarantees how long I was going to live, and so the book was kind of like in twofold. one, I want to tell my story, and two, it was kind of like for my nephews, because they're young, and I had no idea how long I was going to live for. So I wanted to document as much of my story as possible, so they could read my story later on in life and get a feel for who their uncle was. Yet at the same time, have my story out there be relevant to other people going through not necessarily a cancer challenge, but a life challenge. Because, you know, my book, I'll pick it.
Yeah, of course.
And, you know, get a spiel into the camera.
I'm not going to put all the details in relation to the book in the descriptions anyway.
It's called Choosing to Stay, How Cancer Gave Me My Life Back. And it's in two parts, where the first part, I document all the choices I made. And I tell my story through those choices, because even though it's a stage 4 diagnosis, and even though at one point it was terminal, I always had a choice in how I respond on a day-to-day basis. And if I had no choice, it feels like there's no freedom. And so I want to get across in the book that no matter your pain, no matter the suffering, in the moment there's a choice in how you respond and how you live with that information.
And that's in relation to anything in life, really.
Absolutely. And so I try to get that across, because I was lucky with that the treatment worked. There's a chance it wouldn't have worked. But my choice was, I'm going to do the best I possibly can and go out there and try to raise the money. And there was a chance that we weren't going to raise nowhere near enough, because you know, the two polarities: one, someone comes in and says, here's 200,000, or you don't raise anything.
Get a couple of pounds from a couple of people and then that's it.
I knew my family would chip in. we might raise a few £100. But the choice was to go out there and do the best I possibly can, and through that raise awareness, maybe to share the story.